All right, let's talk nutrition. It's funny, some nutrients get all the glory, right? We're always hearing about protein, carbs, or whatever the latest superfood is. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a real powerhouse, one that's quietly working behind the scenes but is absolutely critical for your health. We're talking about dietary fiber. So let me ask you a quick question. What do you think is the most powerful nutrient that you're probably not getting enough of? Go on, take a guess. If you thought protein or maybe some fancy vitamin, hey, you're in good company. That's what most of us would say. But the answer, it's actually dietary fiber. Yup, it doesn't get the same flashy headlines, but trust me, its impact on how we feel every single day is just enormous. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now, why this stuff is such a big deal. So yeah, we're calling it nutrition's unsung hero. I mean, think about it. While other nutrients are famous for, building muscle or giving you that quick burst of energy, fiber is playing the long game. It's the quiet foundation for everything from great digestion to keeping your heart in top shape. And to really get why fiber is so special, you've got to understand how it works. It has this unique behind-the-scenes job that's totally different from other nutrients. And honestly, that's where its real power lies. So what exactly is it? Well, here's the simplest way to think about it. Dietary fiber is a type of carb that your body can't actually digest. I know, that sounds weird, right? But instead of getting absorbed for energy, it passes through your system pretty much intact, doing all kinds of important work on its journey. And this is really what makes fiber a total game changer. Your body absorbs other nutrients like protein, carbs, and fats right into your bloodstream to use as fuel. But fiber, it stays behind in your gut. It's basically the cleanup crew for your digestive system, keeping everything moving and running just the way it should. Okay, so now that we know how it works, let's get to the fun part, the why you should care part. We're talking about the science-backed benefits. And honestly, you could call these fibers superpowers. They are pretty impressive. And the list is long, seriously. First off, digestive health. It keeps things regular, if you know what I mean. It's also food for all the good bacteria in your gut. Plus, it's amazing for blood sugar control, helping you avoid those awful afternoon energy crashes. It can help manage cholesterol, it makes you feel full, so it's great for weight management, and on top of all that, it protects your heart. It is a true multitasker. So what's the target? What's the number we should be aiming for? Well, health experts say the sweet spot is somewhere between 25 and 38 grams of fiber every single day. That's the goal if you want to unlock all those amazing benefits we just covered. But here's the reality check, and it's a little bit shocking. There's what we call a massive fiber gap. We're supposed to get that 25 to 38 grams, but the average person, they're only getting about half of that. We are falling way short, and that really does have an impact on our health, both now and down the road. Now, it's also good to know that not all fiber is created equal. You've got soluble fiber, which forms a gel in water. Think of it as the one that slows digestion down and helps with things like cholesterol. Then you've got insoluble fiber. That's the one that adds bulk and kind of speeds things up. And you'll also see functional fibers added to foods for specific health perks. The key is you really want a mix of all of them. All right, so that fiber gap is real. But don't worry, the good news is that closing it is actually way easier than you might think. So let's stop talking about the why and switch gears to the how. Let's build a super simple action plan. Check out these 5 super simple swaps you can make, like today. Instead of that sugary cereal, go for oatmeal. At lunch, toss some lentils or chickpeas in your super salad. Ditch the white bread for whole grain. Easy peasy. When you need a snack, grab an apple or a handful of nuts. And here's a big one. Leave the skin on your fruits and veggies. That's where a ton of the good stuff is. Okay, one really, really important tip here. As you start adding more fiber to your diet, you absolutely have to drink more water. I can't stress this enough. Water helps the fiber do its job and helps your body adjust without any discomfort. So please don't skip this step. And just remember, getting enough fiber isn't about a one-time fix. You can't just load up on it one day and call it good for the week. The real magic happens with consistency. Making these little changes a part of your daily routine, that's what builds a solid foundation for your health. I mean, when you really stop and think about it, fiber is one of the most efficient nutrients you can eat. Every single time you have a fiber-rich meal, you're doing 3 things at once. You're supporting your gut, you're helping with your weight, and you're protecting your heart. Talk about getting a great return on your investment. And this all comes back to a really powerful idea. The smallest daily changes can lead to the biggest health rewards. You don't have to completely overhaul your life. It's those small, consistent choices, like the swaps we just talked about, that really add up over time. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. What's just one fiber-rich food you can add to your plate this week? Just one thing. Maybe it's adding some berries to your breakfast or snacking on a pear instead of chips. Whatever it is, your journey to better health can literally start with your very next meal.